Hello, we're back again to my channel. So in today's episode, what I'm going to do is that we're going to look at study in scholarship opportunities in Turkey. So in the last video, what we looked at was study opportunities in Japan, and then in the previous video we also looked at study opportunities in South Korea. So this one, which is the third one, you're going to look at study opportunities in Turkey. So let's go with me. Alright, so for Turkey, I really like the Turkish scholarship opportunity because it's quite straightforward. You don't have to do a lot like in other scholarship opportunities. So for those who haven't seen the other videos I made, the first one was in study in Korea. So this for the study in Korea, you just type in study in Korea and then it brings you to the application page, and then you look out for scholarship, and that is it. You are in the scholarship application site. Scholarships. Alright, so you go to scholarship. Okay, so KGSP, which is the main government website, the main government scholarship. So that is it. You go to government. Okay, government invited scholarship system. Alright, so that's it. So this for KGSP. My website is in Korean. Alright, so there's a KGSP. There's the application website. Alright, so for Japan, we also did study in Japan, right? And that took us to the main website for applying for Japanese scholarship. So that's it. And so you go to, this is just a recap of what we did. Study, planning studies in Japan. And then under scholarships, this is where you find the Japanese scholarship. Alright, so there's a Japanese scholarship. Okay. Now for today's own, which is Turkey, what you have to do is that you go through the same process. Study in Turkey. Actually, today's video is quite short. I will try my best to make it very short because it's very simple. So for Turkey, everything is online. You don't have to submit anything to anyone. You just have to enter your details, just upload your document, and then just click, and that's it. You are done. It wouldn't take a day, or even it would 30 minutes if you have every document ready. Alright, so let's go to study in Turkey. Now you could see that most countries have their scholarship pages starting with study in, study in, study in this, study in that. Yeah, and for some countries they don't use study in. I'll be taking you through so many of these things, so if you just follow along with me, you're going to get it. And please, those who haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. I need the numbers. Alright, so let's see. Study in Turkey. Now what we have to do on this page is that you go to, it says why Turkey, discover Turkey, universities. You will need this information. Actually, you need this information when you're filling out the forms, so you should take notes. 10 reasons to study in Turkey. When you write your it's called personal statement, you need to add some vocabs from this kind of, they are like, oh, I want to study in Turkey because of higher quality education, and try to write around this kind of topics. They like that, and it increases your chance of being picked. But for today, you're just going to look at how to apply. So this is the main page. Alright, so I just go to study in Turkey. This is the main page. Now to the scholarship page, what we do is that we go to for students, and under for students, look out for scholarships. So this is where you have the scholarships. You click on scholarships, and then when you click on scholarships, it takes you to the scholarship page. On the scholarship page, you have to scroll down to the last side. It says Turkey scholarship. That's the name of the Turkish government scholarship. And under Turkey scholarship, they have other different scholarships. But where is the link? There is no link here. How do I get a link? You see, there's a trick. There's a secret in applying for scholarships in countries like Turkey, or going to the website but not finding information. Because some of the things are subtle. You need to open your eyes. For instance, anyone could just come here and then just leave because the person can't find a link. But this is a trick. So look down here. You can see this kind of things moving over there. Just wait for some time. Let's wait. Okay, you see this in Turkish. Alright, so that's it. It's this one. Turkiye scholarships. Burslari. Alright, so you have to click on this one. And when you click on that one, it takes you to the website. You see, if you hadn't taken our time, you wouldn't have known. You would have just gone back and said, I don't know where the scholarship is. But also, you could also see it says click here. Who saw it? It says click here. But let's see, if you click here, it might take us to a different page, you see. But what I click for the first time, right, the one here is the actual thing you should look out for. Alright, so there's a main website for the Turkish government scholarship. It's in Turkish, so just go to English, and then you have the English version. Turkey is a very wonderful country. I have friends who have been there, and you wouldn't regret it. Alright, so over here, what you do is that you look out for the information about the scholarship, right? So you could just go to apply now, but first let's read something about the scholarship before we go to apply now. So it says why Turkish scholarship programs, and then what the scholarship covers. So for the Turkish government scholarship, you have undergraduate full-time programs, right? And it's a fully funded scholarship. You have monthly stipends about 800 Turkish lira per month, full tuition fee. You also have a return plane flight ticket, health insurance, accommodation, and then you have to study the Turkish language for a year. This is not difficult, I'm telling you. There are people who don't have to study the language, but for countries like Korea, you have to study the Korean language. For countries like Japan, you have to study the Japanese language. Turkey, you have to study Turkish. I think it's a fair trade. It takes nothing away from you if you study the language. And for other postgraduate scholarships too, the amount is quite higher than for undergrad. Now, as usual, what I do is that I like to focus on the money. You know, let's see the money. How much is 1,600 Turkish lira compared to the other countries? So let's see, 1,600 Turkish. Let me just use lira in USD. How much is it? All right, so that's 192 USD per month. Okay, I know what you're thinking. You'll be like, oh, this is too little compared to Korea, compared to Japan. For Korea, it's about 800 USD. For Japan, it's about 1,300 USD. Turkey is just a bare minimum of almost 200 USD. Why? Alright, this is where the trick is. You know, even though they give you this for a month, they have other benefits like accommodation, which you are not going to pay. Accommodation in Korea would take almost half of your money, or even 1/3. So think about that too. And in Turkey, the cost of living is very low, so you spend less and you can save more. So it's just a balance over there. And so you have to go through those details, and then there is also the application criteria. So the application criteria, there is an age limit. I know some people might be older or younger. There is a minimum academic criteria. There is eligible groups, citizens of all countries, you see. So anyone from any country can apply to go to Turkey. Unlike Korea and Japan, there are limits. But then among these buttons, the most important one is the application calendar. So let's go to application calendar. Let's go. So in the application calendar, it tells you when to expect what. So remember, for Korea and Japan, the application is just once in a year. But for Turkey, the application is throughout the year. Okay, let me say it again. So for Turkey, for instance, look at this one. It says first period application open for research, right? In January it's open, and then it's closed after some time, and then it's open again. So it says first period application open, and then there's also first period application close, so it closes here, right? And then there's second application open again, and then it closes. So and then there is the third application open again, and then it closes somewhere here. Then there's an announcement, fourth application open, and then it closes there. So the application is just ongoing in the whole year, about 4 times for research students. For undergrads too, there is something like that and for other courses too, there is something like that. So you should go through the calendar before you apply. But let's say you don't want to memorize this, you are confused. Okay, just take your time. You don't have to do anything. Don't even have to memorize this. Just apply. So first, let's apply. Now, when you apply, oh no, let me go to the main page first. I think my application is already open. So let me just log out. First, let me log out. Okay, I've logged out. Now let's see. Now let's apply. So what you do is that when you go to the application, you will see the main page, and then you have to click on register, right? And on register, you have to enter your details over here on this page. And after entering your details, you just save, right? After saving, then you would be directed to the main page again. And in the main page, you enter your email address and then your password, and then you log in. Okay, when you log in, it brings you to the personal information. So go to the main page. Now, when you apply for a particular scholarship, it shows up here, right? And then there would be other scholarships available. For instance, research, right? I decided to apply for research, so it gives me information about research, and then it says apply. So as soon as I see this and I want to apply, then I just click apply, right? And when I click apply, then it would take me to another page where I have to fill in my forms. So when you come to this page, the most important thing you have to do is to just make sure you fill in your details, like your personal information. You write your personal information, your family information, your contacts, your education information, your languages, work experience, academic qualifications, social activities, techie experience, and then you just wait, because you have your information on the website. So you wait till you see an opening. For instance, there is an opening now. So when I go to my main page, I'm going to see all available openings, right? So all available openings will be here. At this moment, it says research. Because of the way I did mine, I can only see research scholarship. But depending on how you fill in your details, you would see the kind of scholarships you are eligible for. They would all show up here. And when you just click apply, it will just send your application. And if there's a need for you to add more documents, they will tell you from this side. My information is incomplete because I just wanted to give you a sample. So that is it. That's how to apply for the Turkish government scholarship. There is nothing difficult here. It's so simple and then straightforward. And please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would make sure I provide more interesting information on this YouTube channel. So please do well to subscribe. Thank you. Bye.